Welcome, basketball fans. It's that time of the year again. Basketball fans all around the world have been waiting for the last 11 months, and it's finally here. March Madness, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Levi, and this is my NCAA Division I bracket selection show. Today, I will be going through the nail-biters of the first and second rounds, followed by the sweetest of the Sweet 16, and you can never forget the Elite Eight, where teams fight for a spot in the Final Four. And I will present my case to you about who should win and why. To get us started off, two of the most slept-on teams in the country going against each other in the first round, Ohio State versus TCU Orange Frogs. An exciting game that will come down to the pure effort that the star point guards can produce. Kicking off round two, I have the Duke Blue Devils facing the Ohio State Buckeyes. On paper, this game is a blowout based on seeding, but you shouldn't put it past this Ohio State team against the best in the country. Recently, they have held their own with their star, Bruce Thornton, averaging 20.2 points per game. The Blue Devils aren't Michigan and Purdue, though. Duke is practically an NBA waiting room with their all-star freshman forward, Cameron Boozer, who's pegged on draft boards to be a number 2 or number 3 pick. Next matchup to highlight is Kansas versus St. John's. This is going to be a gritty battle for both of these teams, but one team has the obvious advantage in skill and tenacity, and that's Kansas with the consensus number 1 pick, Darren Peterson. His 6'5" frame and 6'10" wingspan makes him an elite defender. He is the guy you wish you had on your rec team. He is also very smart with the ball in his hands. He makes amazing looks each and every possession. The only downside to this Kansas team, leading them to not being the number 1 seed, is the size of this team, with only one player listed as a center on the NCAA roster sheets. Moving to the South, the 1 seed Florida versus the Clemson Tigers. This is the game to watch. In the second round, with these two teams known for their amazing athletics, that's no different in this situation. Florida has the height advantage like you've seen from every 1 seed, with a Gator breaking history earlier this season when freshman 7'9" Oliver Ruiz checked into a game. The Gators have 4 players on their roster over 6'11", towering over Clemson. Moving on to the Elite Eight. After 64 teams have battled down to the last 8, we will see who wants it the most. The matchups in the Elite Eight are the best of best, and they've shown it. But can they finish the season strong? The first matchup is the Michigan Wolverines versus the Iowa State Cyclones. Michigan have been dominant all season, with ending their regular season 31-3 record. This team isn't led by one exact player. They have all worked together and have one of the best offenses in the country with 81 points per game. That's why I have them slotting themselves into the Final Four. And finally, decision time. Who will win 2026 March Madness? And I have the Duke Blue Devils winning it all. And it's not hard to see why. Like I said previously, Duke is an NBA waiting room with all of the starters on this team league-bound. And I believe that their pure skill on both sides of the ball will allow them to cut the net down.